Hey, so we just want to talk briefly about these lever guns. They've been around for a long, long time. They've taken lots of game and a few two-legged critters as well. And given the cost of ammo and training and bullets and all that stuff, gas, it could put a real bind in your budget. So there is an option that you have that you can train with. The other thing too is next year when the zombie apocalypse kicks off and you're busting up into people's homes looking for guns, if you break into any gun or any house in the South and you see this in the corner and you're not looking at the business end of it, that means the owner is dead. And you could take this gun and go out and protect yourself with it. So very viable option for this. Real quick size comparison, if you're one of those ballistic nerd people. So standard 30-30 lever action hunting round inside the United States compared to the Soviet AK-47 7.62 by 39. So a little bit more propellant behind that thing. I'm going to take a guess and say that the bottom of that slug comes down to somewhere in the middle of that neck. Probably right in there, so that's a longer bullet, and it probably does something more bulletier. You ballistics guys will be able to chime in on that. But in either event, it's very comparable, if not maybe better than the AK-47 standard 30 caliber Soviet round. So to bring the gun to bear, we're simply going to move the action, crack it open just like so. And if you are down to it, so say I can't get the tube loaded and I can't get, all I managed to do is grab a handful of rounds. You can single load them into the chamber as such. All right, close that action and that gun's gonna shoot. So, other things you can do, of course, some things that might make people nervous is the absence of the cross bolt safety. So you do have a half notch safety in there. It does take some dexterity to work. If you want to just omit all that, you can do a thing called cruiser ready. So we're just loading the magazine tube, and then when the time comes to press it into service, we'll just simply run the lever. All right. So for those of you folks that makes you a little apprehensive about having it that way. So anyway, tubular magazine on the bottom. I think about 5 or so of these will probably go in there. For those of you folks that have had shotgun class with us before, it's very similar to that. So shoot 1, load 1, shoot 2, load 2, shoot a bunch, load a bunch, somewhere in that frame of reference right there. So we'll do a little bit of shoot. Drop it straight in, close it. You hold bottom right on the plate. So here, and I'm just telling you what I'm doing. You don't have to. So now we're going into the tube. Magazine tube like so. Another alternative. It's going to be right-handed. Pushing it in there. Could be tough for all of us people afflicted with BTS, big thumb syndrome. All right, a little bit of shooting. Bottom right corner. Too easy. A few things that I should mention is it doesn't take long for this thing to heat up. So just within about probably one of these magazine tubes worth of shooting, 5, 6, 7, 8 rounds into it, this thing's pretty warm. So get ready for that. If you're interested in anything that we did here today, we're going to be doing more of this at Alumni. The schedule's already out, so check that out, and then more importantly, show up. We're looking at making this into a class, so it depends on how much input we get after alumni. That'll tell us what direction we need to go with it. And remember, your responsibility to be ready for the fight never ends.